We are live at the Energy Defender studio with me, JC, Stevie D, Big Lou, editor and producer, and in the background behind him is research and development, Lucas. Lucas, I got to come up with a name for you. Yeah, we gotta think of something. Oh, I'm not using yours. Maybe Stosh.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll call him Stosh. He's got
Mine's not that bad.
Sweet Stosh. What?
Young Adolf. It's no one uses that name anymore.
Oh,
I wonder why.
you don't think that's a little politically incorrect?
The name Adolf?
Oh, I guess not. I guess you can use the name Adolf, right?
I wonder, are there any Adolfs out there
But yeah, I think
in the world?
Aren't you naming him Young Adolf because of his particular mustache?
He's growing it out. It's more like a
Like a
1980s baseball player now.
Let me say, lean over, Lucas. Let me say, it's more like a 1980s porn. Definitely.
It's growing in some
All right.
around the corners of the mouth. It's helping.
Around the corners of the mouth. Okay. So, weekend. We're over the weekend. I had a busy weekend. Obviously, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the Father's Day fathers out there. Keep on keeping on. We're not forgotten. We're remembered at least for a half a day. A bunch of stuff. So Friday, what we do Friday? So Friday, and by the way, I have to apologize. On last Tuesdays, my wife's birthday was Thursday, and last Tuesday I did not mention it. So happy 50th birthday to my wife.
Happy birthday.
It was on June 12th. Yes, so thank you.
50's a big one, dude. Is she like fucked up feeling?
No, she's actually she actually said, and my wife is very much an introvert. She said she walked around the entire day and told everybody she talked to that she was turning 50. And that's like very surprising for her. But I mean, she looks amazing. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
She doesn't look 50 at all.
No, if anything, I look 50 and she looks like she's 36.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we did that. So Friday, my mother had us over. We had some dinner for her. We had, listen to this now, peas and macaroni, right? Saturday, my sister had me and my father over for a big Father's Day thing. We had homemade macaronis. And then Sunday, I invited my father over, and I made homemade linguine with crab sauce.
No
so
shit.
I ate pasta 3 days in a row.
We both made homemade linguine on Sunday.
Yeah, listen, your linguine looked delicious. Explain that, what you did.
So it was spinach and lemon zest infused linguine.
That's
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of flour you use. I use 00.
yes.
It's softer. It's
more
delicate.
It's the only flour to use for pasta.
I agree. Now my recipe is typically 100 grams of flour to 1 egg.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then I got a bag of spinach. We cooked it a little bit, dried it, squeezed it dry, threw it in a food processor, threw it into the well. I do it by hand. I don't use a KitchenAid with like the hook. I know, like, Johnny Ravioli in our episode, he uses the dough hook. I like to feel it.
Yeah.
But you throw that, yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, you throw that in with the zest of. I used the zest of 2 lemons, and it was 400 grams of flour, 4 eggs, but it added so much more like liquid to the mix that I had to add more dough and more dough and more dough. It was just eating it up.
Right.
So yeah, that was it, and then it ended up once I got the consistency. That I like,
and it was delicious. Obviously,
oh, it was great. Yeah, it was really good, and it was a ton of spinach in there too. Like if the kids would have tried it, we were calling it Hulk spaghetti.
Hulk spaghetti, yeah.
And they were like,
they weren't buying it. Yeah,
yeah.
It's funny because we probably wouldn't have eaten either when we were younger. But it
looks cool. Though.
Although according to your mother, you ate anything. So,
I did eat it.
Yeah,
I still do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen the.
Yeah.
I gotta get off of that. So I attended a couple things this weekend. One, I want to give a big shout out to all the organizations in Hamilton that did a proper flag burning ceremony. American Legion Post 186, which I am a member of. We went to they did a proper flag burning ceremony. It was very respectful, the proper way to do it. We had over 100 flags that we burned, and then Kennedy Wine Cellars had the Marine Corps Legion or Marine Corps League club there. I think Gloucester County.
Why do you burn flags?
That's the proper way to dispose of a flag.
So what? You just save them all up?
If you have one flag, right? You would.
Why'd they burn 100 flags?
Because we have a drop box there.
Oh, flag drop box.
So if you want to drop flags off to be disposed of properly, or you can do it yourself. But They did it. And I believe they're going to probably do one every year, which I thought was cool. And then Kenny Weinsteller had the Marine Corps League there, and from Galloway, and they did a whole thing. They were selling flags, and they also explained how to do a proper thing, how you the proper flag etiquette. So it was a really awesome day, especially as a veteran. It was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the day. We did a lot that day.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Obviously, it was also on Flag Day. That was actually Flag Day. Yes,
yeah.
It happened to fall on that day. Yeah, fell on the weekend, so that was national. That was Flag Day. So it was nice. It was a nice culmination of a lot of things, and people you're respecting the flag and like it should be, and that means a lot to veterans.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool. I had a shit week. I'm having a shit week. I hate work. I think I just hate working.
It sounds like it.
I hate it. I can't. I wake up and I'm like driving to work, and I'm like I feel like depressed.
You just want to go. You just want to turn the truck around.
I want to cry. I do. That's how I feel.
Why?
Dude, we talk all right. So I'm gonna just play the world's smallest violin here for a minute. Exactly. So Friday, right? We're on this big Burlington County road program. I'm the TCC for the project for the paving and the milling, and a couple things got moved around last second because Burlington County wanted to wait for school to let out before we did a road that we were planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday we had a road mill and pave same day, small road, but it was still a detour, still a bunch of signs, and it was still a setup, which I had to do in the morning the day of because I was not aware of it up until like Thursday night.
Right.
And also on Thursday night, they threw at me that on Monday we were starting this other road that got thrown at us. So they were like, "Do you need help? What do you need?" Blah, blah. I said, "Look, I can handle it. Like, I'll set them up on Friday. I'll take the time I need. I'll get what I need, and I'll get Monday set up on Friday, and then Monday come around and we'll be good to go." So I I set this job up, and it needed
this is what you told me at the coffee shop.
Yeah, it needed a lane closure on 206 because we were butted right up to 206, no shoulder, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to close a lane on 206, which was outside of like what I thought I was going to have to do. So I did that. I was like kind of proud. Like I was like smelling myself a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I was like I thought I did a nice job. And then I start tackling this beast of a detour. I mean, I'm talking like 30 something signs, miles and miles and miles of road that are getting covered throughout this detour. I have to go break down another job that we got done and clean that up so I could gather the signs I need for this other job. I mean, I'm running all around South Jersey picking up. I need a placard for every single sign, so I have to screw placards in. I have to go get self-tapper screws. I have to make sure my drill is, and I'm just running around. So I'm looking at this plan. I'm doing it. I'm going. I get everything done. Time to spare. Clean up the job from that they were doing on that day on Friday, and now in my head. Look, I just did all. They thought I was going to need help. I didn't need any help. Like I did all this. Like I was feeling good.
Right.
And we talk about like the thankless nature of this job. Like no one's going to say good job.
No.
Like that doesn't happen. But like I really set myself up really well for Monday. I had like the detour was all set, ready to go. Everything was good. All I had to do was throw up a couple barricades, tell the cops what they had to do. Done.
Mm-hmm.
So like I felt pretty good at the end of the day on Friday. I'm with Michelle and the kids in Turnersville. We're picking out bathroom supplies because of the flooding that we had in the bathroom. So we're picking out we're trying to pick out tile, vanities, backsplash, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a text message from my employer that says, someone from, I guess the assistant RE in Burlington County drove by, saw the signs up. We need to immediately go to Burlington County and remove the signs.
Who dropped the ball on this?
So they're not wrong. Burlington County's not wrong. You're not supposed to have like exposed signs, but like that's kind of the way we do it because we're spread thin.
Right.
So it's kind of a way for like the contractor I work for to just get ahead of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not the right, we got pinched basically.
Right.
But I had to go there. I had to, take everyone home. We're about to go out to eat. I had to take everyone home, go pick up my work truck, go out there, bag all the detour signs, drop all the advanced warning signs, drive this whole thing. I mean, it sucked. It absolutely sucked. Like, it was Friday night. Couldn't
Yeah.
wait for the weekend, and it was just like, ugh, back to work again.
Did anybody at your work give you the say to do it, the okay, or you just
Yeah, they always do. They dedicate time for setting up jobs. Like, it's part of
I'd have had a hard time. I would have had a very hard time not telling them to tell the guy who told me to do it to go do it.
He was going to, but he's not union, and it's a PLA job, and I wanted to protect the PLA.
Okay.
And he was
That's respectable.
He texted me and was like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "I can't fucking do that," you know. And he's like, "All right, fine, I'll go do it." And I was like, "Nah, forget it. Like, I'll go do it."
Yeah, that's a shitty start to the weekend, definitely.
So yeah, I was a little, so I was like, whatever. But I got it done. I got it done a little faster than I thought. I got home. It was like, I still had time to like watch a little TV, hang out with Michelle for a little bit. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I go in on Monday. I set up the whole thing. Everything is like great. Traffic is running smoothly. The cops are all in perfect position. Like, everything's good. It's maintained well. And this assistant RE drives through again, and the barricades that I have the road closed signs up on, like some chevrons might not be there, and some chevrons were like broken.
Yeah.
But these road closed signs they're not like made for barricades. You could put them up on a Windmaster. And this guy requested in an email that we replace all the barricades, like come back with like proper barricades with proper chevrons. I'm like, dude, these chevrons are for lane closures. They're not even for road closed signs.
Right.
Like if you really want to get technical with it, they're supposed to be the ones that go in towards each other.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to go left or right because the road's closed.
Yeah.
And then I have my one way, like I have so it's road closed on one side. The side we're working on is road closed. The other side we're doing one way. So I have to put a one way sign up. I put the one way signs up on barricades, and I use the shittiest barricades I can find because I don't want to use the good ones for it.
Right.
So some of them don't have zero chevrons.
Right.
I mean, you could screw them into the stop sign if you wanted to. Like, they don't need to be on barricades. But I had to go this morning and fix all I had to bring fresh barricades in and replace all the
And
barricades.
who made the complaint about this?
It's the assistant RA.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, again, it's not that bad, but it just goes back to the small violin, right?
No.
And it goes back to like the thankless nature of the industry. It's just like you can do everything right, and
Yeah.
they're going to
nitpick.
And safety is something that's so tangible.
Yes.
Like, do this, fix this. Like, they can say, do this, and you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
With paving or whatever, like if you want to change a grade, that's like a whole big fucking thing, you know?
But the other thing with that is they can change it, and it's like, yeah, then you have to do it right away. I think Burlington County can be kind of sticklers when you to work for. They are pretty strict on things. It's correct. Some of the stuff is very correct the way to do it. Like, I know it's a pain in the ass for the contractor, but when you mill and pave just, the one side of the road, it kind of, some paving companies, it kind of like crutches them from able to do more. So, yeah, I don't see what's wrong with putting them on barricades that,
There's nothing wrong with it. They're clear as day. The barricades were clear as day. Like,
Right.
he drove by, he sent to all the inspectors, these barricades are either not there or not visible. And they're all, like, he drove down the work zone. So when he's looking at the barricades, he's looking at the back side of my signs.
right.
So he's not going to see road closed on them. So he's saying like, they're not that, like, I don't know if the guy, like, I don't know. He's the assistant RE. The regular RE is out for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
So he's like stepped in to like the RE position. And I guess he's just trying to be like, look what I could do.
Right. Look what I can do.
I just want to, Jason Eichmeyer commented,
Hey, Ike.
booby trap spelled backwards is party boob.
Nice.
Ah,
Well played, my friend. Did you know boob spelled
Thanks, Ike.
backwards is boob?
did.
Also, quick shout out to Dick Frost. He's watching us on YouTube.
Dick Frost. Hey.
Nice.
Shout out to Canada.
Hey?
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You said that like British, though. Like, hey?
You sound like
like-
you're from London.
You sound like- Yeah, so that's my spiel. So that, I mean, it's just like, you're thinking you're doing a good job, and then you get hit with like these stupid minor things that it's just like,
Right.
like, oh, hey, great, traffic was flowing good. No, none of that. It's just like,
I
this
gotta
sign's fucked up.
I got to knock on wood because I've been having it pretty smooth at work with the traffic I'm doing. I had a right lane closure today. I had everything I needed. Right, I had my van, I had the sign truck, and we had the crack truck. I had 3 guys with me, and and it was a very simple, easy right lane closure. 4 signs. It was a 40-mile-an-hour state road, and it had the median in the middle, the Jersey barrier, so we didn't have to mirror the signs on the other side. So it was 4,
beautiful.
Yeah, so 4 signs, boom, 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 and it was probably
40-mile-an-hour road.
Yeah.
You don't have to mirror anyway.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought it was automatic on a state road, but so maybe 300-foot cone taper, 500-foot cone taper. So
Cone taper?
Yeah. I'm sorry, cone line. It was like
Oh, okay.
It was probably 30 cones, and I used every skip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was it. It was simple, and even when I was working in the Galloway Mullica area. Very easy, simple. Guys were easy to work with. The people came out, inspectors, gas company, everybody was fine, happy.
That's good.
Yeah. So I can't complain. I'm sure shit's gonna hit the fan for me probably real soon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the on-site inspectors are great. Like they're like super happy. They're very happy with the company, with the traffic, with everything going on. I mean, they drive those patterns every morning. Sure. They make sure every sign is there. They're staring at the traffic control plan. They're making sure everything's there. And they've been happy since day one. This is now our fifth road on this 80,000 ton project. So I mean, they've been happy so far. And now this guy stepped in as the RE and
Okay.
Party boob.
Party boob. What do give me a little update on the Fighting Phils?
2-1 still.
Okay. Give me some names. Lucas? Give me some names of who's watching, so we can give a little shout out to them.
Speaking of the Phils, I almost wore 2 Phillies jerseys that I never wore before tonight. This one jersey I have is like, it must be like the original Phillies jersey ever made. I mean, it's like pinstripes. It's got like a circle with a P in it.
Oh, that's great.
But the sleeves are old school too. They're like down to your wrist.
Wow.
And I was like, I ain't fucking wearing this thing. And the other one is another old school one, and it's cotton. It's pure cotton, the whole thing.
Really?
It was hot as fuck, dude. Yeah.
Speaking of hot as fuck, it's coming up. Did you see the temperatures for Monday and Tuesday? Just
No.
the air temperatures?
What we got?
98 and 99.
About time. Get some heat.
We gonna get some heat. In fact,
My solar panels have been suffering.
Tomorrow's in the 90s. They're expecting a possibility of some severe thunderstorms on Thursday, and then nice through the weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday, boom. I mean, yeah, and then with the heat index, with humidity, the heat index, it'd be well into the hundreds. Well into the hundreds.
Dude, we'll be fucking red.
I'll be
on
sweating
Tuesday.
like a hooker in confession.
We'll be so tan on Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Yes. I haven't got a tan
I'll
all
be
year.
burnt. I'll be burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be so dark.
Burning is like, I feel like it like helps my skin a lot.
I have gotten a habit of bringing sunscreen with 50 SPF 50 and just spraying it on, and my ears, because I'm so conscious of it now. My father's has some some marks on his skin, and I got to hear all the time. Yeah, you're gonna learn. You better wear a hat. You're gonna learn. So yeah, that's. It's hold on, let me see who's talking here. We got some people on here.
I thought we weren't doing this today.
Oh, we weren't?
No.
Well, we can't see who's watching, but
okay.
we love all of you. Anyway,
Yes.
thank you for being here.
Whoever's tuning in, yes, thank you. We love you.
So anyway, so we're back to traffic stuff, right? Have you ever set up a job that's like through an NJ Transit route,
No.
like a bus stop?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like you close the road and you had to like detour traffic, and the bus has to. So, dude, I detoured a road that was the bus route, right, for NJ Transit, and like, dude, like the job's like you start at 7, right?
Right.
This guy shows up at like 7:15. It's the same guy every like no matter what town I'm in, this guy shows up.
I've honestly
within 15 minutes of the setup. It's amazing.
Never been.
He's like a guardian angel.
I don't think I've even heard of. Hey, this is a transit route. You got to watch.
Bro, he rolls up in his transit van, like comes up. I know him by name. This guy, every single job that like we work on, that there's a bus coming through, he like pulls up like, hey, what's up, Steve? Like I'm in Mays Landing, 10 minutes after setup, he's there. I'm in Pemberton,
And
10 minutes after setup. He just wants to know like what's going on. I'm like, well, transit wasn't notified. Oh, we were notified. I just want to drive the detour, make sure it's not too wide for the buses. But this guy's amazing. Like, I don't know how he's always so centrally located that he could get anywhere in New Jersey in 10 minutes.
He knows you. He got you bugged.
Bro, he's like a figment of my imagination, possibly.
He very sneaky.
He might not be real. You said you've never even heard of it. I might be like...
I've never seen not one transit
Is that schizophrenia when you like make people up in your head?
It's probably something along
Is that schizophrenia, Lou? Do you know?
I mean, it's like you hear voices. And
What's
see
like
things,
a beautiful mind? With Russell Crowe?
Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia. Yeah, maybe I'm schizophrenic. Maybe he's like my imaginary friend.
Yeah, you definitely need to get your head
Have
checked.
you ever had an imaginary friend? I did. His name was Little Boy. I swear to God, dude, I talked to him for so long.
Very savvy.
I talked to him for a long time. I made him up when I was little, and then like it stuck so much I couldn't change it.
We have a question from the audience here. This is from Jason Eichmeyer for John.
Oh boy.
You've seen a few different generations of laborers, from old school to new school. Curious to hear when you think the caliber of worker dropped off and why.
Hasn't. As soon as you came in, Ike.
Yeah, Ike. Boom, there's the answer. No, Ike, listen, everything changes with generation to generation. It's just like the times change. You know, what was good in the 80s didn't work. You know, worked in the 80s didn't work in the 90s. What worked in the 90s didn't work in the 2000s, so forth and so on. Technology has definitely, I believe, played a factor of dumbifying society. So you get more lazier people coming out. I think also when you're an older generation, our generation, and even the older ones than us, and it's sad to say that we are becoming part of the older generation now, the way we were taught and the way the way our mentors taught us does not work now. Like, the younger generations don't respond to the hooting and hollering. They'd shut down. Yeah. Where us, when we were hooting and hollered at, we might have been, we got to work. We cussed the shit out of you under our breath.
Fire up
we got a fire up. We cussed the shit out of you under our breath. We may want to even hit you over the head with a shovel, but we put a fire under us and we went to it. Now, today's generation really shuts down. So, you know, it's got to be, you have to understand it's got to be different strokes for different folks. I think with time, you know, it's just, time is what changes everything. Is with society and everything. It kind of changes a lot, especially as it goes forward. So, I hope that answers your question.
You know what, too? Is like, look at like high school sports. I correlate construction workers with high school sports a lot because I think a lot of like former high school athletes kind of like gravitate towards construction because of like the team thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're with the boys all the time. You could curse. You could, you know,
you could be coached.
Yeah, exactly. So you end up getting like a lot of former athletes. And if you look at the athletics in high school, like today, like if you think the caliber of worker is bad now, like wait till these kids that are in high school now end up in the construction field. It's good. Like, thank God AI is coming. Right?
They won't, because now.
No, but they will.
But in today's generation, all they worry about, because what they see in social media and TV, they only worry about the showboating, how they look, what kind of face paint they can put on, how they can style their hair, how they can flip the bat if they hit a home run. That's all they give a shit about.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've noticed or not, but
gritty dirt. But that's the guys in construction that
construction guys are being glamorized now, kind of on social media. Like when, you see them reels where it's like, you know, like it makes it like sexy to get home from work and like be exhausted and still play with the kids, or like, you know, like getting up at 4 a.m. and it's like it's like charming for the wife to wake up and make you breakfast, and you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of that.
My wife's not doing that.
No, my wife. Well, she does sometimes actually. But she's usually waking up herself.
Well, yeah, she's waking up herself. And my wife, I'm not asking her to do anything.
But yeah, if you like, so when we were in high school playing football, right, we were doing 3-a-days. We were doing like, and it wasn't like if you were tired, it wasn't like go get a drink, relax, whatever. But it was like, get the fuck over it,
suck it up.
You know what I mean? And I mean, that's how it always was. You broke a finger, dude, you put it back in place and you played. Like that's how it was.
Because them type of ball, they don't exist.
I know. I got knocked unconscious, dude. Went right back in the game like 2 plays later. Like I mean. It was a different time, right? Yes. Now, dude, they're super regulated. Like they really like baby people a little. It kind of like I don't know if baby them is the right word. They're trying to make it safer, but it's like it's having this effect on these kids where it's like they're like it gives them like a little bit of like I don't know, like they're they're hot shit or something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Have you guys seen the videos of like, it's like little kids and they're like mic'd up out on the field with like somebody taking a video of that? I cannot stand that, dude.
What is
that is teaching all the wrong lessons from youth
is.
sports. That is the exact opposite of what you should be learning.
That's why them gritty, grindy ball players, athletes transferred over into construction type work. This generation,
Right.
I don't see it.
It's gonna. I mean, they're gonna come from somewhere.
Yeah, I think they come from more. They're going to come from the more blue collar.
You still got the gritty kids that
blue
play
collar
football
family. Now. Like I don't know how to explain that. Like
farmer. Yeah.
I get. Yeah, like
those kids still exist. It's just not as. It's not like groups and droves of kids that are like that. Like a whole generation. But we were talking like when I had the interview with Coach Pete, and he's talking about like how high school football is today. Like there is like essentially a transfer portal where these kids, if they're not playing enough, dude, they're like, I'm out.
Right.
Before it was like, if I was in high school, when I was in high school, if I wanted to switch to like from Hamilton to St. Jose, and I did it my junior year, I would have to sit out like 8 games. Like you would miss almost the whole entire year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't worth it. You never left.
Not to mention that all the like basic bullying you would receive from switching schools.
Yeah, but that don't happen now. It's like now they just pick and choose what schools they want to go to, what they want to do. Like, and now like and then in college it's even worse
because everybody feels like because there's no direction, there's no organization, there's no Remember when you said you start a sport, you finish it, right? That's what we taught our kids. That's what we were taught. You start something, you finish it. Now it's, if you don't like it, let's go to the next one. If you don't like that one, let's go to the next one. No, what are you teaching them?
Yeah.
That it's okay if I don't like it, I don't have to do it? Well, that's not how life works.
Yeah.
So, it does fall. It falls a lot on parents, right? It falls a lot on us parents and what we're teaching them and what we're making them do and not making them do, and consequences for them things. I believe honestly, like that also plays a big part in today's construction people.
Yeah.
Right. Like if we went home from work and told our father, oh yeah, the guy did this. Well, what the hell did you say?
Yeah.
What did you do? Why don't you get your act together and go back to work? Because you need a paycheck, keep your mouth shut.
It did seem like that before. Like when you would tell your parents or someone like about something that happened that was like you felt like you were mistreated or something, it was always like, well, what did you do to deserve? Like it was always like your fault.
Yes.
Like you almost didn't tell your parents anything.
No,
because
you did not want your parents to know.
Now when that happens, they're like, well, I'm calling the teacher. I'm calling the parents. You know what I mean?
And if I
I feel that though, because my kids are little, and if they come home and say, like when Steven comes home and says like, oh, I got into an argument with this one or that one, like I'm like I'm not like, well, what did you do to deserve? I'm like I take his bag. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's us.
What I would do if I really thought it was the teacher, I would still discipline my son that way. And then in private, I wouldn't say nothing to the kid. In private, I would probably go see the teacher, see what's going on. And if at that point I realized it was just my kid, which it probably is, I'm sure with my parents, it was most definitely me. But if I didn't agree with it, I would let the teacher know right then and there. I didn't agree with it and whatever.
But they did that behind closed. Like you never heard about it. Your parent disagreed with it.
Your kid. We didn't come home and say something to mom, and she immediately flipped out and picked up the phone and put it on Facebook. Like that shit didn't happen.
There's a lot of that Facebook shit too.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. And then they wonder why teachers don't want to be teachers because kids are just out of control.
Yeah, it's up to All right. What else?
I don't know what you got.
Oh, dude. So could we all right, so we were talking about the traffic plans and then all that stuff, right? Are you given a traffic plan and are like set this up? Have that ever happened to you?
Yes, it has happened to me. Yes.
So like you'll look at it. There's like this disorientation involved with going from looking at it on a piece of paper to driving it in a road. It is like you have to drive a pattern multiple times before you understand the grid. You know what I mean? Even if it's all fucking squares. Like you have to like, I'm using GPS. Like I could be in Wildwood, dude, which is literally square after square after square after square, and I get disoriented going from paper to like real life, and it's like it's insane, dude.
A lot of the traffic plans I was given, which I liked, some of the programs like I forget what the one company uses, but anyhow, but they have a specific program. They pay like $600 for it, and it's actually a map, like an aerial map of the road, so you actually see telephone poles, houses, and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's, but understanding that sometimes traffic plans are fluid. They shouldn't be if they're made up like that. And we're told to follow the traffic plan, right? Because if we don't and something happens, then they're going to say, "Well, why didn't you follow the traffic plan?" So it is
I make
sometimes
adjustments.
it is sometimes a double-edged sword, right? Because if you didn't make the adjustment, why didn't you do it like this? Screw the traffic plan. But then you do change it, somebody gets hurt, or God forbid something happens, and now you're the asshole for not following the traffic plan.
Well, like, so I made an adjustment to this big detour I was just talking about. Is so it's almost like a double detour, because we're paving a road that intersects Route 68 right at Fort Dix, like almost right at Fort Dix. But we're not going through the intersection. We're skipping the intersection. So it's almost like a double detour. Like it's for traffic that's on 68, and it's for traffic that's on the road that is know, parallel to the road we're working on. So once we get through like one section or the other, I can use one or the other of the detour, but the detour set up to like for one to just fall into the other and go all the way around the big loop. But once you get through one of those roads, all I have to do is turn a straight arrow into a right arrow, and it puts traffic like right where it's supposed to be and deletes the other part of the detour, no matter which way we're coming from.
Right.
So that's something I did like kind of on my own. I just did it, but that's also so I could get ahead of breaking everything down, because now I have to bag all these fucking signs.
Well, a lot of times when you're thinking ahead, you have to think ahead like that, right?
Yeah. If not, I'll be there 2 hours after they're done.
Right.
I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be fucking bagging signs.
Call me. Put me on the pay list. Put me on the pay list.
All right.
Payroll.
Yeah, no
Whoever.
problem.
Pay list, payroll. Shut up.
Can we pull up that this 7-Eleven picture?
What is it?
Dude, so
Have I seen it?
No, this is like almost like Mandela effect-esque, right? It's this is also 7-Eleven, but this isn't the picture I'm talking about.
Is that a mockingbird?
Yeah. So look at it, right? Why is I saw a reel about that. Why is every letter capitalized except for the N?
I don't know. There's something else. There's a lot of things with pictures though, with like symbols. There is something else with 7-Eleven.
Isn't that weird?
Is anybody out there and no? Is it just the N? I thought there was something else in the 7-Eleven that you could see, but you have to kind of like look at it. I don't know.
Maybe it's like the negative image or something. Isn't that weird though, dude?
It is kind of.
Why would they do that?
7-Eleven.
You think because the V and the N are like too similar looking?
7-Eleven.
Our research department has some information on this, by the way.
Come on, get it.
We got the first wife of John P. Thompson Sr., the company's president during the 1960s, thought the all capitals version seemed a little too aggressive. She suggested the change to make the logo look more graceful. Does it look more graceful with the lowercase n?
Yes, it looks very more elegant.
I think it definitely looks more graceful.
It's inviting.
It works. I mean, you don't even notice it until someone points it out.
I do not like 7-Eleven coffee.
I heard I heard a theory about the Mandela effect recently that I liked a lot.
Okay.
So we talk about like quantum physics and the multiverse and all that shit, right? This guy thinks like the Mandela effect. What? This guy thinks that, like, you know, when you have like close calls, like close death calls, like you almost hit a car, you almost like, you know, whatever happens, you're like, oh my God, that was fucking close. His theory is, what if you died and you were placed into like an alternate universe, and there's just so many alternate universes that you got put like, you know, in the wrong one, and in that universe, like the Mandela effect, like that like you just got placed in the wrong one, and like that little change was the difference. So, like, for example, like the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom. Mm-hmm. Maybe in like maybe we died, but before we died, that universe we came from had the cornucopia, but this one doesn't. So we just remember it because we're still in the same stream of consciousness.
But we died.
But we died. We just don't remember dying. It was a close call,
right?
From our conscious standpoint. It's interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that like Quantum Leap, the same show as the show Quantum Leap?
I don't know that show. Oh, I watched a good show. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Never mind. I don't want to sit here and think about
White Lotus. Have you seen it?
I
was on the second season.
I didn't get to the part where the brothers like jerked each other off.
He's not even at that season.
Oh, you're at until the third season.
Wait, what?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's son jerks his brother off. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
It just happens. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
That viewer thing is going to go way down now.
Yeah, right, dude. Everyone likes watching brothers jerk each other off.
Jesus Christmas.
It's like a good
Like a good rub and tug, huh?
Good, brother
belly sticks.
yeah.
Let's make tummy sticks.
Oh, so you're in season 2. Great
Yeah.
season. Great
Yeah.
season.
I
And you're halfway through it?
yes. No,
Yeah,
actually, we're 3/4 of the way through
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That was good. I am enjoying this one. It's because it's in Italy. We started watching because we
Yeah,
came back
yeah,
from
yeah.
Italy, so we wanted to see if we
Yeah,
recognize
it
any
was a good
places.
one.
Yeah.
I like the Hawaii one too. White Lotus is a great series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started at season 2. We didn't even start.
I just watched a John Hamm series called Friends and Neighbors.
Okay.
It's fucking great, dude. He's like this rich guy. He gets like totally dicked at work. They take all his money, all his capital, all his like they fire him and like just hang him out to dry.
Right.
And so he starts stealing from his friends and neighbors. But he's like a legit like robbery operation.
Mm-hmm.
And he like pawns their shit to get money. That's how he makes money.
Did you
Great
see?
show.
Has anybody seen the most amazing movie coming out with a sequel? Spaceballs 2.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement for it,
After
right?
40 years, and God, why can't I ever think of the guy's name that made it?
Oh God.
He's 98 years old. So I have to assume they're videoing it right now because you're
it Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks.
Really?
Yes, he's 98
Oh my
years old,
God.
and he's going to play yogurt again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of old fucks, dude, listen to this story.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of old fucks,
do you know who John Tyler is?
the 10th president.
The 10th president of the United States. 6 presidents prior to Abraham Lincoln. And shout out to Joe DeCamera. He pointed this out to me weeks ago, and it's been it's burnt in my brain right now.
Okay.
So this guy was the president 6 presidents before Abraham Lincoln. He had a son late in his life. He was 63 years old, had a son. His son had a son when he was 75 years old. That son, the grandson of John Tyler, the 10th president of the United States, died May 25th of this year,
Wow. And
So-
how old was he?
96.
Jeez.
So
Did
As
he
of-
have a child late or no?
I don't think he had a kid, but as of
Way
1
to
month,
screw up that family tree, pal.
yeah, he might have, I don't know, whatever. As of a month ago, there was a guy walking around the earth that you could have been like, yo, who's your grandpa? And he would have been like, the 10th president of the United States. Who's yours? Is that fucking wild, dude? It's like a 263 year span of time of 3 generations.
Well, he would be his great.
No, it's his grandson, his actual biological grandson. John Tyler, 10th president of the United States, had a son at 63 years old. That son had a son at 75 years old.
And that's the grandson.
And that's the grandson who just died less than a month
Wow.
ago.
That is a big span, right? That is a huge
That's insane,
span
dude.
of time.
Think about the shit that fucking
That is yes.
That's wild, dude.
Now,
I mean,
what-
we're talking like
What
John
year-
Tyler was born in like the 1790.
Yeah, what year was the 10th president when he was president?
He
What
was
year
president
that?
1841.
1841. Jesus. Can you imagine going, yeah, my grandfather was the
Yeah,
president in
yeah.
1841.
That's fucking wild, right?
I would look at you like you were half stupid.
Yeah, I'd be like, what are you fucking
I'm like,
talking
what?
about, dude? Let's get the fuck out
Your
of here.
president is not.
That's not- I mean, but like, if
maybe
you think
Bob
about it,
Taylor from the Niners, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, but like, yeah, okay.
but this guy was the president 24 years, or at least 24 years, assuming there was no second terms before Abraham Lincoln. So like Abraham Lincoln's it'd be like Abraham Lincoln's grandson just walking around, like. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh yeah,
you
hey, what's up?
imagine
It's
somebody
Abraham the Third.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's up, Abe?
Hey, yeah, I'm Abraham Lincoln. No,
Just
come
chopping
on,
down
really.
fucking cherry trees and shit.
Was your
Yeah.
grandfather? Yes, as a matter of fact, it was. No, it wasn't.
I actually heard my grandmother was like a descendant of Martha Washington, Grandma Judy. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Now you did.
I believe it though.
Like somewhere along the line, she was connected to Martha Washington somehow. Yeah,
I think I'm connected to Martha Stewart.
definitely.
100%.
How could you not be?
I cook great. That's why.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been to jail once, like her.
Have you?
Yes,
For how long?
30 days,
For what?
North Carolina.
What'd you do?
That's where we'll leave it.
Come on.
No,
Gah!
No,
What a great time to air. I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, I won't tell anyone. Only everyone. No, we'll say I was a young dumb Marine.
Okay.
I didn't really start off my Marine Corps career
Roger
on
that.
the right foot when I got to my first duty station.
How was jail?
You realize that in certain counties, everybody is a cousin, but they did respect me as a military guy. They did kind of like
Was it tough? Were they like assholes?
Yeah, they were. I mean, I defended myself one time.
Was it scary?
Not really. Especially after I defended myself one time, it was
Did you
like
fight or you just talk shit?
I kind of like was. Yeah, it was like
You were ready to fight?
Yeah, he wanted to take my commissary, and as a fat guy, I won't let that happen.
Yeah. You didn't, dude. Your military pictures, you look skinny as fuck.
Yeah, I was probably then I was still around 208, 210.
That's a good fighting weight for you.
I was pretty good. But besides that, like I said, I was a young dumb Marine, and I did end up turning my career around and doing well, and got some medals and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, but yes, I was encouraged, like Martha Stewart.
Right.
What was she in for? Tax evasion? What did she do, Martha Stewart?
I think it was insider trading.
Insider trading. They locked her up for it.
Made an example out of her.
They don't lock Nancy Pelosi up.
Insider trading, yeah, right?
Greatest stock trader ever.
Do you know you could go, there's like a website you could just follow these people's like what they're buying and selling.
You know what I heard? You know how we all talk about this crooked politician, and yes, we're gonna put everything on the table, right? We're gonna expose everyone. Do you know they really don't give a shit? Because the statute of limitations covers them for so much shit that's been done.
Yeah,
seriously,
I believe it. Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff that they're digging up, it could go back to JFK, whatever. Goes back anything. Goes back to whatever Watergate or all that stuff is over the statutes of limitations. So you only can go back 10 years, which is 2015.
Yeah, if someone died, there's no statute of limitations.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So if like whatever happened caused the death, and you could consider it like a homicide, or like a conspiracy to commit homicide or something like that.
The government don't kill people, do they?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Let's shoot him in the ear.
Let's shoot
Dumb thing of the week.
Dumb thing of the week. Is it the sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I thought you were.
So yeah, no, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, so in this 7-Eleven parking lot with the lowercase n, which they all have a lowercase
very
n.
inviting.
Yeah,
super
very
inviting.
inviting.
We like it.
Look at this fucking stop. Look at a stop sign. Stop. No exit. What the fuck's that mean?
I've never seen that.
What's that fucking mean? What are you gonna do if you're fucking sitting at the stop sign?
I've never seen that. What was that? No, I've never seen that.
This sign means to say, "Do not enter." Wrong way.
But doesn't "do not enter wrong way" have to be a completely different sign?
It does.
It'd be stop and then.
This stop sign does not know proper stop sign etiquette.
No, because you're inviting it to come to the stop and then you can't exit.
You have a big sign. It looks like a stop sign, like that you would drive up to and stop at, and then proceed after you can. And
Where
then it
is
says
this?
no, stop, no.
Where is this?
Pemberton.
Do better, 7-Eleven Pemberton.
Come on, dude. Really? And there's another one on the other side of the apron.
I would actually read that and well, oh man, I'm going to exit now.
Yeah, stop, no exit.
Here I am at the
Stop.
stop sign.
Like it's like talking to you.
Yeah.
Stop, no exit here.
Yeah.
No exit.
No exato.
What if it's like stop?
No
No,
exato.
exit.
Well, there should be a comma. It could be stop.
There's no comma, so we don't actually know what they
Stop,
mean.
no exit. Why would you say stop, no exit?
Stop. No.
Stop, no
Exit.
exit. Stop, not exit.
Yeah.
Could be that.
It could be.
What else could that be interpreted as? Stop.
Did
No
Ike
exit.
ever get back to me about my response? Did you say it was good, bad? Go screw myself? I don't know. I am pretty stupid too. Like I can't. I'm not a very intelligent person.
No, he did not. But Daria said she did hear that we are connected to Mary Washington.
She did. I knew I heard that
Hey.
shit. Yeah. Thanks, Aunt Dare.
Ain't
Yeah.
there.
I'm buying Uncle Skip's
So
Blackstone.
you
by the way.
two need to get your crap together on the family tree here, okay?
I would love to see how
Apparently
we're connected.
Somebody is.
I'd love to see how the connection works.
I don't want to see who I'm connected to. Some of the ways I act, I have a feeling I'll be very.
We got to do an
embarrassed.
ancestry or like what's it? 23 and me.
No. I'll never do that. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see the documentary about the guy that had 100 kids, the doctor?
The guy he was just giving everyone his jizz.
Yes.
Yeah.
His sperm, maybe. I don't know.
Potato,
But
tomato.
that 23andMe, that type of thing, is what screwed everybody. This lady found out and then was like the advocate for finding everybody. And like literally, you're watching this documentary, you're like, well, if this lady would have just kept her mouth shut, none of these people would have known. And it like destroyed some of these people's lives. Like it threw them for a complete loop. Like they thought their father that raised them was actually their father. Like it was, and I'm like, God, this lady needs to shut the hell up.
Well, they catch they use that in crimes now. Those like ancestry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
did you see the
yeah.
documentary on the Night Stalker, the California Night Stalker?
No.
So I think it was the Night Stalker. I don't know if it was him. But there was a serial killer out there. And like they have like these, you know how like these Facebook groups and like social media groups where they try and solve unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. Well, this one chick got really good at getting at like reverse family treeing people.
Mm-hmm.
So she could get your DNA and then like reverse it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like or they could get the DNA of something and like kind of narrow it down. I forget how they did it. It's like some type of weird mathematical like game, but it looked cool.
Yeah,
You got a dump?
It was the Night Stalker.
It was a nice Stalker.
No, I don't have one. Just me.
My mom.
My
knows
mind's all over the
someone-
place.
My
It's
mom,
so-
Deb, knows someone who was like impacted by the Night Stalker in some way, shape, or form.
Really? Deb's on here, probably. Deb?
She had a friend from college who was murdered, I think, by the Night Stalker.
Whoa.
Yeah. Is that wild?
Is that true, Deb? Are you watching? She probably not.
Nah, probably.
How long we into?
7:45.
What do you want to do? Still got more?
No, I'm like hoping you had something.
I want to talk about this. Let me get to what I've been advocating for here and the update on that. If there,
We can do sponsors too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Well, let's do that
Thanks,
first.
Lou.
We'll go to sponsors first. All right, let's talk about helmets to hard hats back here. Helmets to hard hats is your gateway if you're a veteran coming out of the military and you want to get into the union trades, whether it be plumbing, HVAC, a laborer, an operator. Contact Helmet to Hard Hats, and they'll put you at the front of the line and walk you through the process to get in an apprenticeship program. So make sure you contact Helmets to Hard Hats today if you're a veteran looking into getting into union trades.
Let's be frank. If you're looking for a really good pre-mixed espresso martini, limoncello espresso martini, Bloody Mary mix, you got to try Let's Be Frank. You can go to franks-way.com. You can get yours today. He's all over South Jersey now. I mean, I see him. I follow him on social media. He's like all over the place. He's in this store, that store. You got to go check him out. And if you're into, if you're in a position where you're buying or selling a home, hit up Remax. Dave Birnbaum. He is the guy in the area to talk to. If you're gonna buy with Burn.
Buy with Burn.
And also
Snouts and Stouts. Snouts and Stouts is the new official beer of Two in a Blue podcast. They are actually having a beer, flagship beer for us.
Yep, I saw the label.
Did you?
I did.
How's it looking?
It's looking good.
All right.
Looking good. Working Dogs, it's called.
Working. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Working Dogs, and it's also going to have our QR code on here, so you can get it'll bring you to our Facebook page. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So shout out to Snouts and Stouts, very dog friendly place, excellent microbrew, great atmosphere to just hang out, even outside with their picnic tables. Make sure you stop by on 12th Street, Bellevue Avenue, right across from Bruni's Pizza.
Let's. Can we actually talk about what's going? 3-2 Phils.
No, fighting Phils.
Yes. What's going on with the Middle East right now?
So apparently, I haven't paid too much attention to it, but apparently, Iran attacked Iraq, and I'm assuming Iraq is an ally, and I believe this attack from Iran was
Iraq is an ally of who?
No, it was
Israel.
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 They attacked Israel.
They attacked
They
Israel.
attacked
Tel
Israel.
Aviv. Yeah.
So so from what I read, Israel.
Wait, say again. So let me correct this. So I'm right. So Iran attacked Israel.
Yes.
Okay, they screwed up because actually Israel has a phenomenal air force.
Well, we're in the sky. Like they're controlled the sky of Iran. Like Iran can't do anything. They're like handcuffed right now. But they're saying that like Israel is attacking Iran because of these nuclear bombs that they're making, and they're not like, and America and and Israel are basically saying like, yeah, it's like, can you stop with the development of these fucking nukes, please?
Yeah, right.
And they're like, yeah, and then they just keep making them. So I mean,
like another Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, kind of. But Trump was at like this summit in Canada, meeting with like the British Prime Minister and the Prime Minister of Canada and all this stuff, and he left. Like he left to go to the White House to talk to the whole defense team.
Wow,
it's like a big thing.
Yeah,
and we're basically like kind of deciding like what to do. We removed. I guess we had military stuff in Tehran. Is that it? Tehran.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So one of them.
Tehran,
yeah. And he said he evacuated everything out of there. They're positioning themselves to like basically like they're like, yo, you're like these nukes got to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of scary because like you think about like Iran allies, it's kind of like China. Yeah, I mean you have like Russia, China, Iran, Iraq, maybe. And then you have South Africa, Brazil. They're all the ones that are making that that like currency. They're trying to get a currency together that's stronger than the U.S. dollar, so that they can take over the market for the reserve.
Right.
And like they're kind of like in cahoots. Russia, it looks like he's kind of siding with like Russia. Like Putin looks like he's kind of siding with Israel and America on this one. Mm-hmm. Which is good, but it's like, I mean, everyone's kind of involved, and like the temperature's kind of going up everywhere.
It's so there's some what you would call this. There's some action. It's not even a conflict yet, right? It's not. It's
a conflict.
Not right. Yeah, when you start.
Bro, did you see those fucking videos of these bombs going off? Yeah. They're fucking bombing the fuck out of each other,
and they're like attacking cities. Like,
yeah,
like
they are.
The shit's going down.
As far as America's concerned, it's just it's a level up. You're leveling up your security, your defense. You're putting them on like a threat con, some type of either Charlie, Alpha, Bravo, Delta. Delta's the highest.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they're readying is what they're doing. For the United States is readying. Then once we start actually getting involved, it's considered a conflict. A war it gets guys to get much more involved to be a war or a world war. I don't see it happening.
By the way, this coalition's called BRIC: Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and Korea. That's thanks to Mike Bukakis.
Ah, thanks,
Russia,
Bukakis.
Iran.
It's like NATO, but it's for them guys.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's kind of convenient. Like, oh, they've got it's weapons of mass destruction all over again. It's just justification to go in, but start another war.
It almost puts America in a position where it's like Russia like seems to be like on the fence, and it's like, well, we could really use Russia on our side. So it's like,
we're fighting a proxy war against them right now too.
We are, but it's almost like we like to get Russia. It's like what do we do about like what's going on there with Ukraine? Like do we just abandon Ukraine and be like, yeah, well, Russia would help us out a lot more in this scenario? Like what do you do? You know, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's a fucked up situation.
It is.
It's scary if you think about it.
It is, and honestly, I kind of stay. You see me shut down on stuff, I guess, because it worries me with my son being in the Marine. So so I try to block it out and trust that what we're doing, how we reacted to things when I was in. I have to trust the process.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, everything I read, Iran wants to like resolve its issue with America like immediately.
Yeah,
I know we gave them 60 days, I think, to like.
Yeah, and he's probably what he's first doing. He'll mobilize. The second thing he's going to do, he's going to punch him in the wallet, right? He probably.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you're going to punch him in the wallet. So, that's probably why you put a strain on the income, and then they really try to fold.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean that's probably what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of like gases and stuff.
But it
like
does.
This
it makes me,
right,
it makes me nervous with my son being it. So it's like, yeah.
All right.
So let me talk real quick about something I've been advocating for and spearheading. It's a need for South Jersey veterans, and it's a need for a VA specialty care center. It's not a clinic. It's not and it's not a hospital. It's like you're in between. We want it for South Jersey veterans, and we'd preferably like to have it here in the town of Hamilton. If you could please go to my Facebook page, I have a petition on there. If you can sign it, share it, Obviously, read it, see if it's something you'd like to get behind, but it's just in support for all South New Jersey veterans, and it's going to be a very, very much needed resource that we deserve. So I believe there's going to be a little blast in the paper next week that is going to have the petition on there as well. So if you guys can get behind this, support it, share it, this would be much needed for veterans. And I'm trying my hardest to get this thing accomplished. I have meetings lined up. I've been talking to some important people. I got a lot of support so far, but it's still very preliminary. It's still very, just the boots on the ground right now. And basically, I'm I'm the architect, and I got to bring it to the people that are going to build it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so
that's fun.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
It is. It's exhausting though, because I'm doing
a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of phone calls. It's a lot of emails. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of making sure that you're presenting yourself well. So. Yeah, and it's just it's been super stressful, but I'm looking forward to some of these meetings I got coming up, and I'm looking forward to just hopefully getting some good feedback and some positive, genuine support.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking of stuff like that, we were just talking about Bukakis.
Yeah.
That thing he's doing, his run. So he put together himself a 51-mile run from Atlantic City to Cape May.
He's nuts.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah. He's a total animal.
But he got this website. I mean, you could go there and you could donate per mile. You could do whatever. But it's all the money he raises going to, I think it's tunnel tower. It's for the victims of 9/11. And he looked up the charity. He's very, he looks into things very closely. And this particular charity that he's going to funnel this anything he raises to is something. It goes like 100% of it or whatever, a really high percentage of it goes directly to the foundation. It doesn't just line people's pockets and shit like that, like a lot of them do. So Mike, if you're watching, you want to throw a link up there, anyone who's watching, could go check it out.
Absolutely. Debbie commented tunnels to towers.
Tunnels to towers.
Tunnels?
I knew it was towers and tunnels.
Tunnels to towers. I like it. No, it's a very good cause. Thank you, Mike, for doing stuff like this and bringing awareness to what to the 9/11 and everything it meant to firefighters, first responders, military. So that means a lot. I was hoping maybe we could even get involved with them during the run. Yeah, maybe do some videos of you passing certain points, and then maybe we can make a reel out of it, post it on Two in the Blue. It'd be really good. So I'm
gonna run the first probably the first 26 miles with them.
Really, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch.
I'll make it through
I'll be in the truck.
I won't make it at all. I'll stop at the first ice cream shop on the fucking boardwalk.
I could maybe make the first. I might make the first mile, Mike, but by that time I'll be.
I'd be a good pace car.
You'll be 5 miles ahead of me.
I think he's trying to do 10 miles an hour.
That's pretty 10-mile pace, 10-minute miles.
Yeah,
10-minute mile pace.
Yeah,
That's a strong pace.
For the whole thing, but I could do that for 1 mile.
No, that's 6-minute mile pace.
No, 10 minute mile. Sorry.
Oh,
not 10 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10-minute mile. I couldn't do a 10-minute mile. Well, I guess if I tried
You could do a
straight
10-minute
through,
mile.
that's kind of hard. The fastest I got so far is 13 something right now.
Yeah. Last time I tried it was sub
and my
8.
knees already started hurting.
I was sub 8 somehow.
Sub 8.
I do want to point out Jenna dropped a link in the comments if anybody wants to go donate to Mike's thing.
Check it out.
Thanks, Jenna. Absolutely. Get behind us. It's a good cause, and Mike's a freak of nature for even doing this. Unreal. Well,
I'm gonna be on his crew of his pit stop crew with his brothers, and we're just gonna get hammered and just cheer him on every 5 miles.
And I'm gonna video camera. I'm gonna video it all. This is gonna be great.
You can drive.
Yes, I'll
we
drive.
We can just get hammered. Yeah.
Oh, we'll do a live. We'll do a live right in the
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
I'm in.
You'll have the cops chasing us.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
What a good look that'll be.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we're wrapping it up?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Two in the Blue. We are live, remember, live from the Energy Defender studio. For me, JC, Stevie D, Big Lou, and Lucas, we'll see you on the next one. We're out.
Peace.